guess that about wraps up my investigation. That's... Yo! Big Princess! How you feeling? Still ill?
And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork.
And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Albacian Embassy a visit. I believe I may need to speak with her as well. Wait, hold on. Have I not spoken with Larry yet on this stuff? Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about. Hey, how about that? I've got a few things I've got to ask you too! What is it? It's like both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side?
I swear, everyone's like just avoiding saying his name. Like, you and him.
I know, I'm sitting here, I'm like, is he about to ask if we're gay? And the answer's, I mean, it's yes, but like, you don't have to say it like that. Come on. And Franny, what about... Francie? What about that promise you made to me?
Promise? What promise?
The one where you said you would model for my next book, Francie Whippity Whip Trip. Oh yeah, I forgot he's a photographer as well. And a painter.
I made no such promise!
Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. One needs to look no further than a man to find the king of troublemakers. Alright, we got questions. As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Larice Donum now? I forgot that was his...
What?
When he was an artist in the third game.
Oh, okay.
He was going by a fake name, so he didn't have to write everything as the signature Larry Butts. That's Donum, Larice Donum. Get it straight in your head, Edgy. Ah!
Now I remember. You're that rude, pale imitation of a real artiste.
No, you got it all wrong. I gave up on that whole Larice business. Besides, when Angelina left me and my heart in pieces, that's when Mindy walked into my life. She's been so good to me that I wanted to keep her in some way. I figured I could through this steel samurai outfit.
Your insane blather makes less and less sense each time we meet.
I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of an actress who plays the Pink Princess. You got it! I know you know what I mean, Edgy! Not really. It's not so much as I understood, but a simple deduction based on the usual modus operandi, Larry. Yeah.
The most heterosexual man I know.
I know, listen, he is grinding for that pussy. Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did.
I'm cruising for pussy and the Steel Samurai is my co-pilot.
Confess! Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too! Nonsense! I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. Your past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event. Edgy, how could you be so mean, stabbing me with your words like that? Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time, so I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know. Okay, I get it. Just stop Francie from whipping me from behind. So I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy? I can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So, you will tell me what exactly you did, Larry. Nope, not yet, Edgy. I'll take more than that to loosen my lips. A lot more!
Confess, now.
Okay, well, I was up on the roof. And why exactly were you up on the roof? Oh, you know, that wintry custom and the legendary hero.
Legendary.
Hero? Santa Claus! Larry, it's May.
Larry!
Larry, it's May.
Oh my god. What day is this taking out? May what again?
It's May 14th.
May 14th? Okay. Santa.
Claus. I wanted to do that thing he does, so I climbed in one of the chimneys. But when I got there was smoke pouring out of the chimney.
This fucking guy.
And well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? Of course I know. I did graduate from junior high, you know. Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would have the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. Ah, Christ. It is your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as a prime suspect in this murder.
That is a fucking sentence.
Come on, man. What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa? I'm expecting, like, Sora to be secretly watching and send me a message at any point now.
I think he's busy right now. It looks like he's been away.
Let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. Oh, it's March 14th. My bad. I thought I read it as May 14th. Santa only visits homes on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit! Yo! Hey, wait a sec, we're not in court? Oh, good God.
Oh my God.
About the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon. Oh, that? Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know. Yeah, apparently you did. And well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. You want to talk about shock? I was the most shocked of all when I heard it killed someone. Shocked!
Foolish looking, especially foolish for foolish stating such foolish excuse. You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale?
Hold on, remember who this is. Remember who we're talking about here. This man just confessed to wanting to be Santa Claus. In March. Sorry, Miss Von Karma, but I believe him. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry. Edgy, you believe me! I just knew that our friendship is something special. Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name, which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. Can I ask him about the sword? Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on. I keep doing it the wrong way. Good God, man. Hey, that's an official Steel Samurai weapon. Huh? What? You want me to do it? Well, you have no idea how many fans asked that of me. What are you prattling on about? Steel Samurai. Sushi slice! How was that? I bet it sent shivers up your spine. I let myself get caught up in being a spectator. How could I have failed myself? Oh, that's oh,
that's it.
Alright, let's talk to the princess. Hello. Miss Pink Princess, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Miss Pink Princess, if you would please. Oh, good fuck.
I knew it!
God. This must be what they call fate. How could this happen 2 days in a row? What the? Aren't you Miss Oldbag? Why are you surprised? Oh, you're the one that got to play the Steel Samurai. It's too bad I didn't realize that until now. You are acquaintances with Larry? Why, yes. We worked at the same company for a little while, you know. They were also security guards.
Yeah.
Larry's had a lot of fucking jobs.
Oh my God.
I was in the next room, you know, trying to get some beauty sleep. But it was so noisy here that I couldn't fall asleep. So I came over to complain. So I imagined my shock when I saw my precious Edgeworth waiting here for me. I mean, who could have imagined that you'd ever come to a show like this? I guess I've misjudged you, Edgeworth.
You misjudged him?
I thought he was trying to avoid me, you know. That was no misjudgment on your part. That's precisely what I was trying to do. But it looks like the winds have shifted and he's now willing to be chased after. I'm simply overwhelmed. Don't you worry, Edgy Poo. I'd chase you forever, to the ends of the earth.
Isn't that just peachy?
This is one of those rare times when Francisca and I actually see eye to eye. Now then, what are you doing here? I thought you were working at Gatewater Land as the Pink Badger. What are you talking about? That was ages ago. It was literally yesterday. Look, I worked at Global Studios before a long time ago, right? Well, they called me up this morning, kind of out of the blue, actually.
They called you?
Apparently the girl who plays the Pink Princess collapsed from a bad cold. It happened so suddenly, so they called me in to be her last-minute replacement. Do they not have enough people on staff at that studio? I really couldn't say no, so here I am, playing the role of the heroine. Instead of that Mindy girl, I mean. But the poor girl, I feel bad for her. Because they let me stand in for her. She's going to have a terrible time with jumping bananas and creamy stage front stairs. Ugh.
You're a rather lively old lady.
So basically you received the stand-in request this morning, correct? You got it. If you need to see it, I've got it right here. Look.
It appears that she is telling the truth.
We've only had one cross-examination, and we're on our third page of evidence already.
Yep.
I'll tell you, my fine acting moved the entire audience to tears. Yes, tears of laughter, as I recall. But being famous has its problem too, you know. Here, take a look at this. It's a letter from a stalker! I was just taking my break when I found this stuck under the door to my room. Honestly, you really have to watch out for these kinds of things. Look at what it says! Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving night is spelled it's the different E. What's with that E?
Different E.
A little accent.
Accented.
Wendy!
Wendy!
How absolutely revolting. I mean, you'd think he would get my name right. There's no accent in my name. Like, this horrible handwriting. Where have I seen this before? Huh? Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Where do I factor into this? You'd bust that evil stalker man for my sake, wouldn't you, Edgy Poo? Well, if you allow me the liberty to handle this in my own way, I'll gladly dispatch a detective to your house later. Oh, come on, Edgy Poo. Stop being so dismissive and playing hard to get. Time of the murder. What were you doing at the time of the crime? What crime? What? After the show was over, I've had nothing but free time on my hands. So I used the fireplace in the room next to keep my bad hip warm. Larry, no.
Well, a murder occurred in the room right next to yours.
Larry wasn't trying to be Santa Claus, was he? You know what? I know how to get bitches! Santa Claus!
Oh no!
That's right! Oh, Edgy Poo, I'm so scared! Hold me! Caress me! If you could please not cling on to my personage.
In any case, I take it then that you failed to show up at the ambassador's Alba speech?
Oh, that? No, I didn't go. I mean, I may have the heart of a young tender maiden, but my body just refuses to cooperate at times. As soon as the show ended, my hips started acting up and got stiff. I couldn't move at all. Did you provide proof of your condition? Oh, you just go ahead and ask the doctors in the infirmary. They're the ones who carried me from the theater all the way to this embassy. I have to admit, the thought of her not being able to leave that room is rather pleasant.
Doc.
Is it Missile?
Is it Missile?
Prosecutor Von Karma, I've brought the police dog, as you requested, sir.
Good work. You may leave now, officer.
This dog.
I request the assistance of a dog in our search for the Atagarasu.
Oh my god, is it Missile?
Looks like you guys have some pretty bright dogs in this country, too.
Look at him, he's so good. Yeah, it's Missile!
Hey, you're a real cutie, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy.
See, he likes dogs too.
That's the police dog Gumshoe's taken care of. I think its name is Missile. What a fitting name for a police dog that dashes out in front of attacks.
That action alone isn't exactly what's going to solve this case for us, you know. You know, even though this is the second time this dog has ever shown up, still was important enough to be a move in MVC3.
He's a good boy! Now, Missile, I want you to find some clues. Go!
Look, he's going. He's doing it. My god. What has he found? Who's on the board?
Good dog. You really are quite bright, aren't you? Unlike a certain someone I know. Now, what do we have here? What the fuck is that?
It's a little
What?
hot dog.
This? It looks like a small hot dog, but...
Wait, Francisca, isn't that an official samurai dog? Angry!
Angry! Ah, no, bad Missile! He ate it. I wonder if it's alright for him to eat that.
It's just a meat substance snack featuring the Steel Samurai. I'm sure he'll be fine. I give my dogs hot dogs all the time.
Hot dog! That's quite a bit of information you've gathered there in a single quick glance.
It's a hot dog! What do you mean?
Bad one.
We should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog there in the first place.
It looks like that snack wasn't all Missile found.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello!
Oh, what do we have here?
It appears to be a lady's undershirt. I wonder if Ambassador Alba might have had interest in cross-dressing.
Don't hate what you can't be. I somehow doubt that. It doesn't look like the shirt would ever fit him. Samurai dog and a lady's undershirt. What are these two items doing in a room like this? Given the circumstances, the lady's undershirt could only belong to one person. I suppose I should get this over with and ask the owner of said undershirt about it.
Pet the dog, pet the dog, pet the dog!
Can I pet the dog?
Talk to dog. He was much bigger help than I thought he would be.
Yes. However, there are a few aspects I don't understand about what he found.
In that case, you should keep investigating until you do understand. Now, my subordinate, continue with the investigation.
Alright, I will. It is with great dread that I proceed and do what I must to solve this case. Alright. Woman. Is this yours?
You did the wrong one.
Huh?
You went to organizer.
God damn it! Right? Oh yeah, okay. Weird. Usually, whenever it's important, like something happens. You steal that thing from my bags. All you had to do was ask, and I would have gladly given it you as many as you'd like. Thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here at this crime scene. What? Come now. Why don't you just confess and explain what it's doing here? I know nothing I tell you. What? Oh, I admit that I used the fireplace to dry that shirt. But I can't really help the fact that I had to, you know. Wearing that pink princess costume was like being in a sauna. And on top of that, I get fingered as a suspect. You're too cruel, Edgy Poo. Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room? Of course I am. If I had been the one to find the body, do you think I'd be as calm and relaxed as I am? I tell you, it's like it's over the. Well, I don't believe she's lying about her actions, so I can safely assume that she was drying her shirt by the fireplace on a break.
Weird.
I assume the samurai dog was also yours? Oh, that brilliant mind of yours. You really can see through everything about me. And so the feelings of dread continue, but I suppose I should ask for more details. Alright. Tell me about your hot dogs. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? Oh, of course, I'm forever yours, my edgy wedgy poo. That's what I fucking said. If you could just stick to what I asked you. Edgy, are you a Miss Obeg? No, I'm gay. You really don't change, do you? When will you learn how to take a joke? Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. Those things are a present from the studio to the embassy.
A present?
The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. Oh, excuse me. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the push cart just to move them all. Those studio guys should have delivered those things by themselves. Right, Edgy? So did you deliver the samurai dogs to the embassy staff as per your instructions? Hey, Edgy, just ignore my questions. Are you going to stick up for me? Oh, about that. See, after the show, I went to rest a spell in the dressing room because of my bad hip, you know. And there they were, the samurai dogs, just sitting on the dressing room floor.
What? I suppose you had to make preparations for distributing them after the show. What?
Well, if by preparation you mean sampling them as well. Excuse me. Oh, I tried one and thought they were actually quite good. Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know I was silly of me to think this, but I figured that since they're for a kids show, their taste was probably for kids too. But they were so good that I just couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so boxes. As I sat there by the roaring fire, warming them and eating them, I thought, this is... What is it now? Oh, I know. I bet you want a box too, don't you, my edgy poo? Well, who am I to say no to you? But I'll only give you one. The rest are all for me.
Hot doggin'! Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. She ate so many fucking hot dogs.
That were meant for embassy staff. Holy shit.
She ate all these fucking hot dogs.
Oh god, what is next?
I don't know.
Oh, we haven't looked at the logic.
Oh, that makes sense.
There's no trace of this room's fireplace being used.
And your point is?
Smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to this fireplace. At least according to Larry. This is a contradiction of facts, is it not?
Are you sure he wasn't just disoriented or something up on that roof?
There is testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. Is there like a revolving chimney thing?
What the fuck?
I am so confused at this. On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from that fireplace went?
Ah, I see. So what you are proposing is this. The smoke that came out of the chimney was actually from Miss Oldbag's fire. So basically, the fireplaces of the neighboring rooms share one chimney. Is that what you are implying? What?
Then how did her shirt get over here?
What? They share a chimney? If this makes sense, how the fuck?
I'm gonna need a breakdown, please. The lady's undershirt that Missile found. Ah!
Why are you getting all excited over holding on to a lady's undergarment? Miles Edgeworth, You uncouth sea slug!
I'm gonna call someone an uncouth sea slug one day. I'm putting that one in the books.
You fucking sea slug. If you know the owner of said undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already.
You have it all wrong. This is evidence. And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace of this room. This lady's undershirt.
Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through the solid brick wall?
Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other.
Perhaps a closer look at the back of the fireplace is in order. Dude, is it actually revolving? Oh my god.
It's on the back of the wall of the fireplace.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What?
Why?
What in the...
The wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room fireplace apparently turned.
Why would this ever need to be a thing?
Emergency escape? Maybe? That's all I can think of.
Maybe?
As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect this room to the neighboring room.
The neighboring room?
There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. Oh, wait, also, we can in fact add a fifth crime. Trespassing. I just realized Larry committed, that's trespassing.
Oh my god.
But the fact there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway through this room's fireplace. Alright. Cool.
We now know that the fireplace connects to two rooms. But how exactly is that significant? You aren't going to suddenly name your lady as Damask 2's killer now, are you?
No, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with the Mask 2's murder. What did we even learn? I'm so lost. I don't feel
there is some evidence that pertains to the murder, but a lot of it's just, what the fuck is this?
This is like, I feel like we learned nothing.
Everything since the old man came in, it's like, what is the point?
Yeah.
Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any argument you may have.
Very well then, if you are prepared, I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me. Good, I'm counting on you, Edgy. Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is. My lie? I know that there is still something you are keeping from the rest of us. What's wrong with you? Why is it you don't believe me, no matter what I say, Edgy? Curse you, I should just hurry up and die already if that's how it's gonna be.
Oh my god!
I'll confess to every murder in the whole world, then and kill myself.
Oh my god! Larry!
And throw everything into mass confusion.
You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see.
Larry, I only have one thing to say to you. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use. A man who is ready to die is strong-willed, you know. Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of some insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Gee. Although allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case. And that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this. Alright, this time I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened, what didn't happen, the works. Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Oh, you know, trespassing.
Trespassing. Try to smash some mad puss, you know.
After the show, I left the push cart in the rose garden and came into the embassy. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know. So then I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try. Larry, I thought I just finished telling you to not lie anymore. But it's kind of ultra embarrassing. And what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me and are instead deciding that you would rather pretend that you're saying you want to be Santa Claus? Edgy, man, I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. So you're just gonna have to reason it out of me.
Mr. Superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lies.
I have every intention to, for I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter. Also, is that like a tree man in the background?
Oh.
Hold it!
Look over Edgeworth's shoulder.
What the fuck is that?
It's a tree.
I think it's a weird plant.
You left the push cart. Could you please clarify that statement for me? Yeah, so the wheels on the push cart got covered in the dirt from the rose garden. You telling me that you left a baby in the rose garden?
A baby!
It would have made a mess of the floor inside, so Ambassador Alba said to just leave it. Well, it would be rather impolite to dirty another country's embassy. Come to think of it, I recall seeing the Pink Princess on my way into the embassy. And what was she doing? Nothing in particular, because she was being carried by some docs on a stretcher. She must have been incapacitated on the pain on her bad hip that she suffered during the show. So, I came into the embassy right then. And they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador.
Hold it!
So you shook hands with the ambassador of the Kingdom of Alabast, did you? Yeah, can you believe it? I had something really cool for a change. But honestly speaking, there's nothing interesting about the shaking some guy's hand.
Hey there, are you disrespecting another country in their very own embassy? As someone with the roots in this country, I'm feeling nothing but incredible shame at this second.
Agreed. I apologize for his inconsiderate words. Now, Larry, please continue. What is it with all of you? You keep saying that kind of things you keep saying that kind of thing and I'll only tell you lies. You're already telling nothing but lies, so let it go and move on. Alright, already. You don't gotta glare at me like that, Edgy. After that, and until my next appearance, I asked 3 times I wanted to rap. Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter. I know, I get it. I'm totally the bad guy. Oh, good.
I thought you were his friend. Don't you think that's a little harsh? Longzi says, true friends are bosom friends. If you are in trouble, call upon your bosom friend, who should— Why did I say bosom buddy?
You want them to be illiterate? Like they have that alliteration?
It sounds better!
Hey, bosom buddy! I hope you listen carefully to my testimony! Has it crossed your pea-sized brain yet that Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry?
Now then, you're wandering around inside the embassy, and then what happened?
That's when I spotted the chimney, and a chimney like that is a rare thing, you know.
Hold it!
What the fuck do you mean? What?
Rare thing?
I should hardly think that chimneys are that rare.
Agreed, especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses. Plus, many grand buildings even have larger and fancier chimneys.
Yeah, but the kind of chimney I'm talking about is the really romantic type. A romantic chimney? It might sound kind of silly, but women seem to really enjoy them.
What?
You know, I pull this old move.
What's the move called? Go on, Parker.
I don't.
What's the move called?
I just. You know, ever since I watched Mary Poppins as a kid and I saw Dick Van Dyke in the chimney sweeps.
It was a sexual awakening.
That was just the raw sexual awakening. I knew at that point in there what I needed to do. I just had a good feeling about that chimney.
Oh my fucking god.
You know, you ever look at a chimney, you get those vibes off of that chimney? You suddenly wanted to play Santa. Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. That was down at Gourd Lake. That did happen, yes. And also, that was when Edgeworth was, you know, that was the entirety of the last case of the first game.
Sounds like you guys sure love history. A perk to being childhood friends, huh? Besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play as Santa, you know.
It's a felony, though, to get unlawful access to the roof and slide down a chimney!
Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney, after all.
Actually, it's worth delving into whether or not playing Santa is a big deal. Hold on! Objection! Santa isn't real! Actually, I believe in this case of this man, playing Santa is actually quite a big deal.
Are you saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa quality stuff?
I love this. This is the best image ever on the internet.
Like, is this line of argument?
I don't know. Listen, I've been told that Case 5 is bad. I've been enjoying it so far. Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang. Hey, Edgy, that's so incredibly mean! Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world?
I just want like a screenshot of this. What is this game?
Of course I know that. I did graduate from junior high.
Tell me, Larry, have you heard of the Easter Bunny?
In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want you to tell me to whom you are delivering a present to. I was delivering a present to a child not basking in the glow of love. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard, but a lie is still a lie. Wait, is he talking? Is he just, what the, I don't even know. You sure know how to kick a guy when he's down, you know that? In any case, the person you wish to deliver a present to was most certainly Dace. It was Wendy.
Wendy.
Take that!
Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect.
I'm so glad that Leg during this entire time is just showing up to talk shit.
I love it.
Don't spread lies about me! I totally didn't want to see Miss Oldbag so much that I tried to go down a chimney.
I advise you to stop right there in your bashing of a lady.
Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever have the want to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what?
Define wrong impression.
I simply mean that the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is the best summed up with this. It's the love letter.
I thought it was a letter of her stand-in. Because he was like wanting to be the other lady.
Yeah. This is something the old lady received from her employer for the night. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess, Mindy, was it again? It seems that the man is quite taken with that actress. But that's not true, Edgy. She's the one with the hots for me. I just know it. I can feel her sexy beam piercing my heart when she's watching me. Sexy beam, I tell you.
You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiot, cowardly apparition of a man! You haven't matured at all since we last met. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes?
This guy. He's got bigger problems than just getting involved in murders, I take it.
I suppose you could put it that way. Hey, what the heck, man? I don't get you guys at all. Why do you have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy? To return to the original topic, I propose that at least this much has been made clear. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure. Hey, Edgy, looks like you got the hang of this court thing now. But we're not in court at the moment. Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks just like what you do in court.
I guess the old boy here still has something he'd like to say.
I just broke out the Elmo and everything, but alright, fine.
Long, she says. Until the root of the tongue dries out, one never knows the whole truth. You shouldn't form conclusions till everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen.
Alright, then get ready to listen to me defeat Edgy in a battle of wits. Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest? My brother in Christ, I am trying to save you from murder charges. All because he doesn't want to admit he fucked up. So you think that all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. Then, to top it all off, I became a suspect in the murder. That's what you really meant. But why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? Hey, someone say something! Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this? Not as a confession, but as testimony. So what if I am? Is there something wrong with that? My claim is a claim claiming my claim. Do you have any problem with that? So it was you. You're my stalker. But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm the devoted type of woman who's wholly focused. Okay, yeah, it's about Edgeworth. She's talking about Edgeworth. She watched Edgeworth. Ugh, I'm so inspired.
You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man.
Thought I heard something ominous just now, but perhaps it was just my imagination. I believe there is nothing further for me to prove at this point. What do you mean? Of course you've still got something to prove. You still have to show some proof that I was trying to meet up with Mindy. Proof, you say. Remember, Edgy? Everything's evidence in court, right? You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry, but I understand your point. Yeah, see, I'm totally pro at this now. Yeah, other than the fact you just, incriminated yourself, but it's fine. Then let me show you the last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see. Good fucking God.
Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever seen a man be more of a train wreck. So you think all I wanted is pussy? Yes. Well, I haven't said that for quite a while now. After all, it's not for that, then for what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney? You can't say that without any evidence. That's against the rules.
Heh. Thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect.
I have the evidence, and if you wish to see that badly, I can introduce you to.
Ah, but it's not good to keep them waiting, my subordinate. Hurry and show them already.
Lies. All lies. Edgy. Well, if you wish to lie, then by all means continue, because I'm ready to expose your lie at a moment's notice. You won't get the better of me. Now let's see. Just up a Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick.
Hold it!
Was the smoke coming from the chimney really that thick? Bet it was so thick. I had tears pouring out of my eyes. It was a mess. I see. You do realize that you've just confirmed for us your chimney escapade. But that's totally unfair! You tricked me! Hardly. You simply have yet to master how to counter this cross-examination technique. Well, what I just said was a slip of the... No, I mean, I said the wrong thing. Besides, isn't this what you really mean to say about what I did... meant to say about what I did tonight? I was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech.
Hold it!
I'm not quite sure how you can mistake that entrance for this lady. Oh, Edgy Poo, are you staring at me? Are you finally succumbing to my feminine charms? I should think that the Steel Samurai is one who should know all about your charms. Me? Edgy, what are you trying to do to me? Nothing. Simply that the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess are husband and wife. Oh, is my poor little Edgy Poo jealous? If you could please drop that line of discussion this instant. But Edgy, I told you, I already have Mindy. Speaking of Mindy, exactly what kind of woman would you say she is?
What?
Edgy, are you seriously telling me you don't know who the Mindy is? She's just like what her name means. She's super sweet with a great smile. What? I don't mean to brag, but she's one of the troupe's fastest rising stars. Interesting.
Ha! So you're saying a woman like that is what made you late to the speech?
Curse you too. Why is everyone out to make a suspect out of me? Look, all I can say is this. I was late to the speech. And then to top it all off, I became a suspect in the murder. That's what you mean. I would put myself through so much humiliation on purpose.
Hold it!
Alright. I'm just gonna press. I suppose you might be correct in a small way. What do you mean by that?
Besides being a suspect in the murder, there are a few other things you are a suspect of.
Mainly being a creep. A big creepy weirdo.
Big creepy weirdo.
Not you too, Francie. You tried to stalk me, but I won't let you intimidate me like that. Look, I already told you. I wasn't after you. I was trying to see Mindy.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, can I just arrest this guy already?
I completely understand how you feel, Agent Lang. Wait, please, listen to what I have to say. If you have a serious assertion to make, then I consider listening. However, no problem. I'm going to put all I got into this. Okay, listen good, okay?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the final point you wish to make. You got it. I called on all the energy I have and told it to you with my soul. In that case, allow me to take that soul and break it. Huh?
Yes, we'll stamp it out under our feet until it's been ground to a fine powder.
Fine powder?
If you really put all your soul into that, then you're ready for what's coming, right?
In place of the Honorable Larry, I offer my soul to you. Larry, come out from behind there and face us like a man. You're scary, my liege. Soul testimony sounds like a confession of all he's done tonight. He's practically begging me to show you why he bought it. Okay, I hope I don't, I'm gonna guess it's the last one. Oh, son of a bitch.
I think so.
Because he's asking why, and so I could just, Hey, yo, homie. You literally wrote a love letter to her. Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter. Hey, why are you showing that thing to me?
Wendy, I will be descending on you from above to your loving night. Well, isn't that just romantic?
You don't seem pleased. But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing. You can pretend to be ignorant all you like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit. Oh! Look, it's such bad chicken scratch. It's supposed to say Mindy.
Oh my god, I see it now! Oh, shit! Oh.
Take that!
Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again. What are you talking about? Speak English. You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it became Wendy to the average eye. Hey, stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing.
There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? For punching. But they'll have to wait until we're off this crime scene.
And she saved me from the scary man. Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake. That wasn't me. Come again. It's a fake. Someone's out to get me. So they made that fake letter to send me up.
Accept your defeat graciously.
But you guys are being so mean.
Hold it!
Penmanship Analysis. What's that? No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours, and we'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter. I'll never write another thing in my life.
Hold it!
It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight, for you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. You fucking
Take that!
Fucking
This
dumbass.
autograph and our mysterious letter, if we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our question soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure. I'm sorry. I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I admit it. He's there. So he finally confessed. I saw the business being carried around in a stretcher and got worried already. I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice do I have? It was a chimney or bust.
You're mind to jump from the door to the chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination.
Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when it came down through the chimney. Except for the fact that the letter was an utter failure and at conveying any said sentiment. I'm really sorry. Larry, you must be ashamed for good-for-nothing blight on the face of you. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Being my best friend. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me, because at the very least, I can attest to that about you. Edgy, you're...
We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butt sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of an elderly lady next door. Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although I still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends.
Ah, besties, like 3 peas in a pod.
Where's the third P?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's a picture of him, I keep in my wallet.
But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet. So don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay?
Oh, hey, what? Edgy, what does the Wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet? He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head.
That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect, after all. We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene. As long as there's no other satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on his bite.
God, does everything he has to say be so sexual? Edgy, that guy, he looks really serious, like he's about to take a bite out of me. I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial.
Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely bumbler, I've been dealt a really very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got.